just take it nice and gently because this truck is big and heavy. Cybertruck! Behind me is the dual motor Tesla Cybertruck. That was a big lightning strike right over there. We're at the racetrack and it's soaking wet outside. That can only mean one thing. Oh my God! Skids in a dual motor Cybertruck. Let's go drift this thing, see how well it does. All right, I really don't want to become electrocuted at all by lightning, so let's hurry this up. That's a dual motor Tesla Cybertruck. I just posted a quick clip of me sliding it around our hairpin down there. And the Cybertruck program manager, Sid, who's an awesome guy, commented and said, dude, you can send it. Give it back with no tires. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds great. So Tesla loaned us this to support our cheap car series, the 5 grand Fizz, which that Spark over there was a part of. And now we've got it on track and it's got Baja Mode and all the cool stuff. So what you're going to do is join me point of view style, where we just play around with the Cybertruck, slide it, drift it, get to know how it performs. We'll go out for our first lap with all the systems on, safety systems on, just to get a sense. Then we'll come here, skid it in Baja Mode, just see how it feels, get to know the truck a little bit. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll take it out on track and see if we can skid some big corners if it feels okay enough sliding around here. This is a 6,700 pound or so. It's under 7,000 pound Tesla Cybertruck with all-terrain tires that should have no business being on a racetrack, but it felt amazing just sliding it around that one corner. So, yeah, we'll talk a lot more. Let's not get struck by lightning. In the vehicles we go. It's time to drift a Cybertruck. All right, so a performance-y Cybertruck drive. This is not the tri-motor Cyber Beast, just the dual motor all-wheel drive, which I actually prefer. There's a multitude of reasons, mostly for off-road, where I have dual individual lockers on the front and rear motors in this one. Now, we probably won't be using lockers today, but it would be interesting on the skid pad to try to see how it slides with the rear locking differential. But I'm going to go into off-road mode when we do all that. I'll show you that. So there's a couple different drive modes: Comfort, Sport, Custom. Let's just go into Sport. That should kind of dial everything up. There's a slippery surface mode. I've already tried it out here. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And there's no like traction control off or anything like that here in the standard settings. So I'll take you for like a standard lap with the systems on. We'll get stage up here. I'll show you a little bit of the track, tell you a little bit about the track along the way. Love that steer-by-wire, but is the steer-by-wire going to feel weird when driving quickly or sliding? That's what I'm mostly worried about. So that'll be interesting to play around with. Alyssa's out there ripping the Spark right now, full send. Love to see it. And let me get my helmet on. I've got it back here somewhere, I don't know, my Hans. So let me get helmeted up, put a couple things away, and then we'll be able to rip. All right, guys, hopefully you're okay with this view. It's sort of a point of view driving experience, I guess. So we have everything in Sport, like I mentioned. So let's just go for a lap, ripping it with all the standard settings before we get into the Baja stuff. So let's go. Left foot hard on brake, flooring it with the right. 3, 2, 1. Soft launch, but then it goes. Man, dual motor has all the power anyone could possibly need. I used to own the tri-motor Cyber Beast, and yeah, that was absolutely crazy. About 100 miles an hour as we make our way into the first corner. Let's just take it nice and gently because this truck is big and heavy. Not for other pickup trucks, but just for vehicles you could drive out here. You can see steer-by-wire is not much, and traction control is crazy getting involved there. Big ABS hit as we make our way into the first corner. So it really does let you steer. You can see quite a bit of understeer there, but the throttle does nothing. Once it catches that you're like at the maximum grip in a corner, you really have to wait for the steering wheel to come straight. So I'm right on the edge of those tires. I'm like full throttle, nothing's really happening. And then it just goes straight as soon as I come unwound. Just using the little bit of regen through here, going as quick as we can, a little brake. Right on the edge of that tire. I'm again full power. You can see we're using such little power even though I'm absolutely floored, and that's just right on the edge of what the systems are allowing me to do. My phone and the wireless phone holder, that's hilarious. Little tiny bit of rotation there, but again, I'm just sitting at wide open, leaning on the systems as the car unwinds a little bit. It gives me a little bit of power right to the edge of the track. That was every inch we had. Can we keep it pinned through here? No. A little lift, and that was again all we had the grip for. It's super wet conditions, getting most of our braking done in a straight line there. I like running the track in this configuration with big and heavy cars. Full ABS into the corner. This is our most important corner of the track, and there's zero traction. I'm floored. Unlock. Go. Give me power. I'm wide open. There we go. As soon as we unwind the wheel, it then gives me everything, and we are full rip down the straightaway at the moment. And I'm gonna lift here at 105. Top speed is 112 or so. So, you know, extremely stable. You have to give Tesla props for having a, I would say, extremely intrusive ESP system, but not annoying in the sense where you're not sliding, then it's catching and throwing you off guard. A lot of safety systems and nannies wait till it's almost too late, and then they can almost upset the entire balance of the car when they come in. The spark really suffers from that. But here, Tesla just knows I'm going to get you right to a set maximum. It holds you there, and they do a really nice job. So that's not fun at all. That's just, you know, not even fastest way around. We really have to unlock the truck in the Baja modes. So I'm going to go into off-road, and we'll slide around here and just get a sense of the balance before the sun dries out the track too much. We have to go to park, which is kind of annoying in order to activate off-road, but they want you to read this sort of menu, this like, you know, waiver, I guess, to confirm. But I wish there was a way to do this in motion or have a hotkey, or so many cars just let you turn off traction control while driving. But I do love how you get battery temp, front and rear motor temp. Everything is cool. I've left the tire pressures at factory. I mean, it's all right. Normally I'd drop pressures for performance driving, but we're not going to spend too much time out there doing stuff. So we have Baja deceleration mode in high. Let's launch the off-road app. I'm in Baja mode, which is, again, the fun to drive mode. The terrain settings choose the suspension height. So we are going to go for drifting in smooth. That's what we want. On high-speed driving, on maintained graveled roads or dry lake beds. Okay. So we're going smooth. I would say let's leave rear steer on just to see what it does, but we might turn it off later. And then we have stability assist on, reduced, or off. Minimum is pretty much off. Locking differentials, we can lock or unlock the rear. Let's leave it unlocked for now. And then the handling balance, let's go 60-40. Just a little bit pushed towards the rear on this dual motor system. I think that'll feel pretty good. So, all right, well, that's cool. We've got a bunch of cameras, different views and stuff. Sparks coming up from behind. And I'm really looking forward to sliding this thing. This is hilarious that Tesla was like so cool with us to burn their tires off. And hopefully with the surface like this, it's not going to be that crazy. So again, open diffs, dual motors. This one, rear permanent magnet motor, front induction motor, which means it's rear primary drive, which should be awesome. Steer-by-wire, so cool. I'm actually curious to see what the response of steer-by-wire is. Let's just do a hard left. Wow, instant, hard right. I think they've even sped it up. Yeah, I used to be able to get it completely out of phase in the early trucks, where if you go really fast, I guess there you almost can, but still very minimal. This feels like steer-by-wire is even sped up from the early days. So if I just want to make a quick U-turn, can I just turn the wheel, floor it? Oh my goodness. Not only was that a U-turn, that was a full 360. What the heck? Okay, so you can make it dance. Oh man, it feels awesome. Trying brakes. That's where you really feel the weight, is under braking, which is hilarious. Let's just get it in a little throttle. Counter steer, can you grab it? Oh, really loves to slide out on the counter steer. Interesting. So if you're too slow in catching it, you just have so much mass that's pulling this thing away. Let me try that again, but with rear steer off. I wonder if that's kind of messing with some stuff. So rear steer off. Let's try sliding it. Yeah, rear axle steering disabled by request. Sounds good. Let's try it with rear steer full off. So just come into the corner, hard throttle. Oh, feels totally different. Oh, maybe even a bit better there. Come in here, get it turned. Oh, it feels so much better with rear steer off for sliding. Oh, that was awesome! Oh, it'll even rotate kind of off throttle. Oh my gosh, big skids in the Cyber. Let's get it rotated this way. Nice. Just gentle on it. Oh my gosh, it's so easy with rear steer off now. Maybe that was my issue, because I kind of played around with this before we shot the video, and I was having some stability issues. I can just literally drive it like it's putty in my hand. This is amazing. Just flick it in. Oh, a little understeer, that's all right. Let it rotate nice and slow. Full angle, big power. Oh, Cybertruck! Just completely off throttle rotating. A little bit of choppiness, but that's just me kind of keeping it right on the edge. Oh, I could do this all day. All right. Now I think we need to take it around the track in Baja mode and see how it feels. Wow, that feels amazing. Totally awesome. Let's talk to Alyssa. Rear steer off is the trick.
You lost a hubcap.
Oh, did we lose a hubcap?
Over there.
Oh, okay. I'll go pick that up.
Yeah.
And maybe you can stage up on a corner. I'll go hubcapless or maybe we'll just throw it back on. Damn, Cybertruck! And steer by wire was weird with rear steer, because what would happen is I'd counter steer and there was a point somewhere in the lock, somewhere around here, like between 90 and, I don't know, 120 degrees, somewhere down over this way or this way, that the truck would just completely change its attitude recovering from a slide. And this just felt 100 times better. That was freaking awesome. How are the temperatures? Perfect. Tesla does thermal management so well on their new cars. Dang. Yeah, there's our hubcap missing.
Which corner?
Yeah, I think if you stage up somewhere around over here, I'll try sliding it the first couple corners.
At the second one?
Yeah, the guardhouse or just after. Yeah, I would say guardhouse is good. It is fun to have our own spot to play around with, isn't it? Sent it a little too hard there. So that might be something to look into. Is there a particular orientation that this needs to go on? Or can it just go? Well, we've got to get these things. There we go. All right, I think that's good. Nice. Do we have all of our other guards? Yes. And the sun's coming out. Everything else is holding up great. Tires are looking awesome. That's the nice thing about drifting in the rain. You barely use any tire. All right. Whoops. Knocked the camera. Back into drive. Does it retain Baja mode? It seems to. Oh, lovely. It stays in off-road mode. That's a really nice update from old days of Cyber. So let's drive it not crazy drifty. Let's just get a sense of how it feels driving quickly in this setting. You know what? I might even try stability assist reduced, which is the middle stability mode, just to see how that feels before we go full off on track, because the track is, well, the track is the track. So let's go. Big speed, full throttle, little wiper action going on here. Brakes feel good. As my one concern with these are brakes, but I gotta tell you, Cybertruck brakes, they're not incredible. They do overheat. I've overheated them in mine before, but pretty better than my Model S was, I guess, for the intended purpose. Hard throttle here, big brakes, big brakes. A little bit of a dangerous spot to stand, Alyssa, but that's okay. So this is stability assist reduce, and I could feel that. It let me get a little sideways, and I've been pushing it the whole time. And then it cuts in and grabs. But this is stability reduced. Look at this. Oh man, this is drift mode. Okay, grab it, grab it, grab it. There we go. Can we lock it? Can we link it? Nope. Ran out of power on the rear axle there. Whoa, first impression sliding the Cybertruck. And that's stability assist reduced. That actually felt really good because as I got a little bit too much angle coming out of one of those corners, it grabbed brakes and stopped it from spinning. However, it didn't unlock fast enough and kind of stopped the slide, which is, I guess, the intention of the mode. That's the point, isn't it? To have reduced stability. What if I just go minimum stability? Let's go up this way. A little inside wheel spin. Oh, feels... Yeah, that was the weird steer-by-wire, so... You get to this point here and spins. No problem. We can handle a spin. I probably could have even powered out of that, but that's alright. We're just getting to know it. I don't really love Alyssa standing there, so I'll wait until I'm past her to slide it. Okay, here we go. Big angle. That's max lock right there. Yeah, there's something around here on the wheel that it's like your steering angle changes so much. Because I think what Tesla did was they turned down the initial turn-in response of steer-by-wire. What I mean by that is like the initial tip-in ratio has been slowed down, and then it ramps up hugely over here. And that means that you have a very limited window of granularity. And I think that's just something I need to get used to. I need to just be really careful about holding the wheel through there. Now, should we try locking diff? Let's just see what it does. Rear on. Asphalt or high traction surfaces, it says avoid. All right, I think we will. It doesn't really feel like we need it, and I don't want to break their truck. All right, well, we've got a little bit more time before the track really gets dry. So let's try again of drifting this section with the Cybertruck. I'm going to treat it a little bit more like a 911. I'm going to use a little bit more off-throttle regen to my advantage. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful about getting too much angle because weird stuff happens somewhere in this region of counter steer. So I think everything's set up. I'm 60-40. Let's launch the off-road app. Yeah, I'm 60-40. Let's see how this feels. Okay. Little inside wheel spin. Little off throttle rotation. That feels pretty good. That's one way to enter a skid. to the front to pull us out. I knew it was going to spin, so I just flicked that switch to the left and it pulled us straight. That was awesome. We'll go back to 60/40. Throw it in off throttle, it rotates, and just hold it right there on the throttle. Oh man. Cybertruck! I think I got it figured out now, guys. Hell yeah! Braking across the start finish. Cyclones! Oh, this thing is so easy now. See, look, too much. Grabbed front. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too much front, too late. Maybe I should watch where I'm going too. I was too busy fiddling with the screen. Oh, that was awesome! Cybertruck's freaking fun vehicle. That was epic. It does require totally understanding though how the dual motor powertrain is working, what Baja Mode is capable of, what the systems are attempting to decipher from what you're trying to do. I'm not here to, oh my God, the tire is just straight smoking. I'm not here to attempt to tell you this is the most natural or fun vehicle to drift on pavement. On dirt, I've actually even enjoyed it more, but you know, in general, the fact that it can do this and it doesn't feel stressed, it just feels confused at times, and a lot of that is me learning the truck and the systems at the same time. So it's not natural, it's doable, and I think if I had another 20-30 minutes of playing around with it, which I do, but the track's going to dry up and then the tires will be gone after one skid. I think after another 20 or 30 minutes of ripping, she would be you know, I could have this thing totally dialed, because you could see we basically slid the whole back section of the track, no chance of spinning or extra rotation, and I'm really pleased with how the truck performed there. That was fun. I got to put the cap back on that one. It's in the Spark. Well, that was super fun. I'll share some of my final thoughts here at the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed just a little silly drifting Cybertruck video. Shout out to Tesla for letting me do this, by the way. This is not why they loaned us this truck at all. And they were like, hey, while it's there at the racetrack, go send it, see what it does. Could be interesting. Absolutely love that spirit.